Hello and welcome to all. This is a project proposal video for a 3D printed playlist fan. This project proposal was prepared by GR6 Cam.
Now, as an introduction, we must establish first what is 3D printing and what is a bladeless fan and how does it work. And lastly, why is the fan 3D printed? Let us define what is 3D printing, or aka additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is a term used in industrial production to describe 3D printing, a computer-controlled process of manufacturing that produces 3D objects by depositing material like molten polymers or metal in layer-by-layer process. It is used in many different fields for engineering and prototyping, from aerospace to make geometrically complex components, to the medical industry to make artificial organs to the precise fitting prosthetics. Now, in 3D printing,
Now, in 3D printing, there are two methods used that are popularly used in both personal and professional purposes. First is FDM, which stands for Fused Disposition Modeling. This produces a model or a print by extruding thin layers of semi-melted thermoplastic. The next method is SLA, or stereolithography. It uses a laser beam and photosensitive liquid to produce a model, or a print. The beam induces polymerization of the liquid to harden layer by layer. Now, what are the benefits of 3D printing? There's three primary benefits: rapid prototyping, the quick process of designing and revising prototypes of projects/products, minimal waste compared to other manufacturing processes. 3D printing uses less waste and that waste can be recycled as well. And lastly, it is cost effective. With less waste and time consumed to design, the manufacturing costs are less than compared to other manufacturing processes.
What can be the possible benefit of the 3D printing? It is for us to understand it more, especially for experienced architects and engineers, visualizing a building or its interior based on 2D and 3D drawings. With on-demand 3D printing, you can simply choose one of these design files from your library, then send it truly to the appropriate 3D printer and wait for the printing process to begin. 3D printers are becoming more and more accessible, with more local service providers offering outsourcing services for manufacturing work. This saves time and doesn't require expensive transport costs compared to more traditional manufacturing processes. The bladeless fan is efficient to use because it costs less power consumption, more compact than just a regular fan, and weighs less, which can be easy to bring. As mentioned, the bladeless fan is more compact than a standard fan, uses less power, and lighter in weight than a standard fan. Furthermore, there are things to consider using bladeless fans, such as it has less wind flow speed and it can be noisy when setting the power higher. The bladeless fan allows air to flow through the fan. It will then proceed to internal impeller, which transfers energy from the motor to power up the fan before pushing the accelerated air through the slit. With this high-speed exit of air, a vacuum effect happens where air at the rear is suctioned to the front at a high speed, and in addition of air around the hoop or the hole, it is swept or carried along by the expelled air and suctioned air. Here are some reasons why we chose a bladeless fan. First, it uses less components or tools to be built. Designs and other models can be seen online, and it is compact and lightweight.
Number 1. Components. In comparison to a standard or regular fan, the bladeless fan has far a lot less and smaller components because it can perform its purpose like a regular fan, but a lot better with fewer components because of its unique design. Number 2. Design. The unique design of the bladeless fan is what makes it more interesting than a regular fan. A fan that doesn't show its blade but releases stronger and more air than a regular fan. The design of the bladeless fan makes it more safer for everybody, especially around children, who we all know that will stick their fingers anywhere as long as it piques their curiosity. Number 3. Compact and lightweight. With fewer components and materials, the bladeless fan is very lightweight compared to a regular fan. This makes it easier for anybody to just lift the fan and place it in any part of the house. A lightweight and safe fan is very efficient and can be utilized anywhere in the household. How these factors can be improved with 3D printing. Customizable design. Designs can be changed and improved to fit the vision or objective of the designer or engineer. In 3D printing, you can change the structure of what you are making that fits your interests. Rapid prototyping. Rapid prototyping allows engineers to review and change designs or prototypes in a faster pace than other means of prototyping. Because in 3D printing, you can make prototypes a lot faster in order to know if there are flaws or if you want to remove or install something in the design. Materials. In 3D printing, the materials can be lighter than regular polymers used in other manufacturing methods. The materials mostly used in 3D printing are plastics. With this, you can easily get materials that is lighter and easy to find. Project design. Internal fan. The internal fan we decided to use in our project is an 80mm or 3.15-inch PC case fan. We aim to use this fan as the internal impeller since these fans are small and silent when used to their fullest. Repurposed power supply. We aim to repurpose an old 12-volt power supply as the main power source for our fans, as these provide enough energy to power the internal fan. Interchangeable hoops. We plan to implement a system where users are able to change up the hoops of the fan, where they can use eclipse-shaped or square-shaped hoops for different air distribution and overall appearances.
For the next slide, I will be discussing the 3D model and dimensions of our project. In this picture, you can see the total height and the total width of our project. So the total height of our project is 12 inches and the total width is 8 inches. For the next picture, you can see the side view of our project, wherein the total width is 3.5 inches. Expected outcomes. We, the researcher, created this project with different values in the technology world. Here are the expected outcome of our project. The first one is design of the project. We expect from this proposal is to gain a thorough understanding of several factors from the design of the bladeless fan. For the design of the bladeless fan, the impact of velocity distribution and the curvature of the velocity and the flow field are the factors we aim to understand. Analysis was done on static distributions, streamlines, and other factors that are related. Impact of 3D printing. As the technology improves day by day, impact of 3D printing is also improving. The impacts of 3D printing is, in addition, we also expect to see the impact of 3D printing on our project. We hope to see that this project encourages others to start their journey in 3D printing and start to come up with the new innovative ideas on their own. We also hope to expect that the other people set out to make their own improvements to our designs, adding their own creativity and ingenuity to our project's design and functions. Thank you for listening on our discussion about our 3D model bladeless fan. You may contact us to the following information presented on your screen. Good day and thank you.